Taurus, listen to me right now, because what I'm about to tell you will change everything about how you see love and connection in the next 72 hours. And I'm not even joking. Everyone thinks Taurus love moves slow, but honey, you're about to attract something so powerful that it's going to knock you off your feet, and it's happening fast. The King of Swords just fell out of my deck, and I'm literally getting goosebumps, because this is not your typical romance energy. This is someone with serious mental power, someone who can match your stubborn brilliance and actually challenge you intellectually. But here's the plot twist that's going to blow your mind. This connection isn't coming through dating apps or your usual social circles. It's coming through a conflict or debate situation where you're going to meet someone who disagrees with you completely, and that friction is going to create the most intoxicating attraction you've ever experienced. I've been doing readings for 15 years, and I've never seen the cards scream this loudly about someone coming into a Taurus life. My private community members have been messaging me nonstop about this exact energy pattern, and 3 of them already met their person this week. The timing is insane. But wait, because there's more, and you're not going to believe this next part. The Death card just appeared, and before you panic, listen to what this really means. This powerful new connection is going to transform your entire relationship with money and security. I know that sounds crazy, but stay with me because this is where it gets really interesting. This person coming into your life has a completely different approach to financial stability than you do. While you've been building your security brick by brick, methodically saving and planning, this person is going to show you ways to multiply your resources that you never even considered. They're not reckless with money, they're just operating on a completely different level of financial consciousness. The Death card is telling me that your old patterns around love and money are about to die and be reborn into something infinitely more powerful. This isn't about losing what you've built. It's about elevating everything you've worked for to a dimension you didn't know existed. Now I'm getting chills because the 3 of Cups just appeared, and this is telling me something crucial about timing. This connection is going to happen through a celebration or group gathering, but not the kind you're expecting. This is going to be a professional celebration, maybe a work achievement, a business launch, or some kind of career milestone event. Here's what's absolutely wild about this. While everyone else is focused on the celebration, you and this person are going to end up in a deep conversation about investments, real estate, or some kind of financial strategy. The attraction is going to build through talking about money and business, not through typical romantic conversation. How crazy is that for a Taurus? The 3 of Cups is also showing me that this person already has their own solid friend group and social network. They're not coming into your life as someone who needs you to complete them socially. They're bringing their own tribe, their own connections, their own opportunities. This is going to expand your world in ways you can't even imagine right now. And here's the kicker that's making my intuition go absolutely crazy. This person is going to challenge your relationship with pleasure and luxury. You know how you love your comfort zone, your beautiful things, your sensual experiences. Well, this person is going to introduce you to pleasures you didn't even know existed, but they're going to cost you things you're attached to. I'm talking about letting go of old comfort patterns to make room for bigger, better, more satisfying experiences. Like trading your cozy apartment for a house that requires more risk but offers more space for growth. Trading your stable job for a business partnership that's scarier but has unlimited potential. Trading your careful approach to love for something that demands more vulnerability but offers deeper connection. The Queen of Wands just jumped out, and oh my God, this is telling me about the fire. This person is going to lighten your life. This is someone who's going to wake up parts of your personality that have been dormant for years. Remember how passionate and bold you used to be before you got so focused on security and stability. This person is going to remind you of that version of yourself, and they're going to make you want to be that person again. But here's what's really interesting about the Queen of Wands energy. This person has achieved success through taking calculated risks, through being bold and confident in their decisions. They're going to inspire you to step into your own power in ways that feel both thrilling and terrifying. The Queen of Wands is also telling me that this person has a very different communication style than you're used to. They're direct, they're honest, they don't sugarcoat things. At first, this might feel harsh to your Venus-ruled sensibilities, but you're going to discover that this directness is actually incredibly refreshing and attractive. This person doesn't play games, they don't manipulate, they don't hint around about what they want. They're going to tell you exactly how they feel and what they're looking for, and this clarity is going to make you feel more secure than you've ever felt in a relationship, even though the relationship itself is going to push you way outside your comfort zone. Now, the Ace of Pentacles is practically vibrating with energy, and this is huge for you, Taurus, because this represents a brand new financial opportunity that's directly connected to this new relationship. This isn't just about finding love. This is about finding a partner who's going to help you build wealth and security in ways you never imagined possible. The Ace of Pentacles is telling me that this person has connections, resources, and opportunities that they're going to share with you. But here's the thing, you're going to have to prove yourself worthy of these opportunities. This person isn't going to hand you anything, they're going to challenge you to step up and show what you're capable of. This could manifest as a business partnership, a real estate venture, an investment opportunity, or some kind of creative project that has serious income potential. The Ace of Pentacles always represents new beginnings in the material world, and this beginning is going to be big. I'm also getting that this person has a very different relationship with money than most people. They understand that money is energy, that wealth is about flow and circulation, not just accumulation. They're going to teach you how to make your money work for you instead of you working for your money. The Eight of Cups just appeared, and this is the card that's going to challenge you the most, Taurus. This card is telling me that meeting this person is going to force you to walk away from something that's been providing you with emotional security, but is no longer serving your highest good. This could be a job that pays well but doesn't fulfill you. It could be a living situation that's comfortable but limiting. It could be a social circle that's familiar but holding you back. It could even be old beliefs about what love and relationships should look like. The Eight of Cups is never easy because it requires leaving behind what's known and comfortable for what's unknown and potentially challenging. But here's what's beautiful about this card appearing in your reading. It's telling me that you're finally ready to prioritize emotional fulfillment over security, growth over comfort, authentic connection over familiar patterns. This person is going to inspire you to be brave in ways you've never been brave before. They're going to show you that real security doesn't come from holding on to what you know. It comes from having the confidence to walk toward what calls to your soul. And here's something that's going to absolutely blow your mind. The Ten of Swords just appeared, and I know this looks scary, but listen to what this really means in the context of your love life. This card is telling me that this new connection is going to put the final nail in the coffin of your old relationship patterns. The Ten of Swords represents the complete end of something, but it also represents the dawn of something entirely new. All those old hurts, all those old disappointments, all those old fears about love and commitment are about to be finished. This person is going to love you so completely and authentically that your old wounds are going to heal naturally. But here's the intense part. Before you can fully receive this new love, you're going to have to face some painful truths about how you've been protecting yourself. The Ten of Swords is going to force you to admit that your careful approach to love has sometimes kept you from experiencing real intimacy. This person is going to see right through your defenses, and they're going to love you anyway. But they're also going to challenge you to drop those defenses and be vulnerable in ways that feel absolutely terrifying at first. The Wheel of Fortune just spun into your reading, and this is the card that's telling me about timing. This connection is going to happen when you least expect it, probably when you're focused on something completely different. The Wheel of Fortune is all about destiny and fate, and this person is coming into your life as part of your soul's plan. But here's what's really wild about the Wheel of Fortune appearing here. This card is telling me that this connection is going to change your entire life trajectory, not just your love life, not just your finances, but your entire path and purpose. This person is going to help you discover talents and abilities you didn't know you had. The Wheel of Fortune is also telling me that this relationship is going to involve some kind of travel or relocation. Either this person is from somewhere else, or being with them is going to require you to move, or your relationship is going to involve frequent travel between different places. This person is going to expand your world geographically, as well as emotionally and financially. They're going to introduce you to different cultures, different ways of thinking, different ways of being. Your life is about to become so much bigger and more interesting. Now I need to tell you something that's going to sound completely crazy, but the cards are being so clear about this. This person is going to challenge your relationship with time itself. You know how you like to take things slow, how you like to think things through, how you like to be sure before you commit. Well, this person is going to teach you that sometimes the best decisions are made quickly, that sometimes you have to trust your instincts and jump. They're not going to rush you into anything you're not ready for, but they're going to show you that readiness isn't always about having all the information. Sometimes readiness is about trusting yourself enough to handle whatever comes. This is going to be particularly challenging for you because your natural instinct is to want guarantees before you invest your heart or your resources. But this person is going to teach you that the biggest rewards come from the biggest risks, and that you're actually much stronger and more capable than you've been giving yourself credit for. The energy around this connection is so intense that I'm getting physical sensations just talking about it. This person is going to wake up your body in ways that surprise you. You're going to feel more sensual, more alive, more connected to your physical self than you have in years. But it's not just about physical attraction, although that's going to be off the charts. This person is going to help you understand that your body is a source of wisdom, that your physical sensations are actually spiritual guidance, that pleasure and spiritual growth can happen simultaneously. You're going to discover that you can be deeply spiritual and deeply sensual, that you can be practical and passionate, that you can be careful and adventurous. This person is going to help you integrate all the different aspects of yourself instead of feeling like you have to choose between them. The timeline I'm getting for this connection is absolutely insane. I'm seeing 3 major points of contact. The first is going to happen within the next 3 weeks, probably around a professional event or through a mutual friend who works in finance or business. This first meeting is going to be brief but memorable, and you're going to think about this person for days afterward. The second contact is going to happen about 6 weeks from now, and this is when the real attraction is going to ignite. This is when you're going to have that deep conversation about money and investments that I mentioned earlier. This conversation is going to last for hours, and you're going to feel like you've known this person forever. The third contact is going to happen about 3 months from now, and this is when everything is going to shift from potential to reality. This is when you're going to have to make some big decisions about what you're willing to risk for love and growth. But here's what I need you to understand about this timeline. Each of these contacts is going to require you to be braver than you've ever been. The first contact is going to require you to be open to someone who's completely different from your usual type. The second contact is going to require you to be vulnerable about your deepest desires and fears. The third contact is going to require you to take action that feels scary, but absolutely right. Oh, my members are going to freak when they see this reading because we've been tracking this energy pattern for months, and you're the first Taurus I've seen where all the indicators are lighting up at once. This is the real deal, the connection you've been unconsciously preparing for your entire life. The comments are going to be wild on this one because I know so many of you are feeling this exact energy building in your lives right now. You can't name it, you can't explain it, but you know something big is coming. Well, this is what you've been sensing. This person is going to challenge every assumption you have about love, money, security, and success. They're going to show you that you can have it all, but you have to be willing to transform everything. They're going to love you so completely that you're going to wonder why you ever settled for anything less. But here's the thing that's going to require the most courage. This person is going to see your potential before you do. They're going to believe in your abilities before you do. They're going to invest in your dreams before you do. And that's going to be both incredibly inspiring and absolutely terrifying. You're going to have to learn to receive love that's bigger than what you think you deserve. You're going to have to learn to accept opportunities that feel too good to be true. You're going to have to learn to trust yourself in ways that feel completely foreign. The energy I'm getting around this connection is so powerful that it's actually making my hands shake as I'm doing this reading. This isn't just about finding a romantic partner. This is about finding your match, your equal, your partner, in every sense of the word. This person is going to help you build something that lasts not just for your lifetime, but for generations. I'm talking about creating wealth that impacts your family tree, creating love that becomes a legacy, creating a life that becomes a model for others. The King of Swords is coming back into my awareness and reminding me that this person has already done the work on themselves. They've faced their shadows, they've healed their wounds, they've learned to communicate clearly and honestly. They're not coming into your life as a project or a fixer-upper. They're coming as a fully realized person who's ready for partnership. This means that the relationship is going to move differently than anything you've experienced before. There's not going to be a long period of wondering where you stand or what they want. There's not going to be games or manipulation or mixed signals. This person is going to be clear about their intentions from the beginning. But that clarity is going to challenge you, because it means you're going to have to be equally clear about what you want. You're not going to be able to hide behind uncertainty or take things slow just because you're scared. This person is going to require you to show up fully and authentically. The Death card is pulsing again and reminding me that this transformation is going to feel like dying and being reborn. Your old identity, your old patterns, your old limitations are all going to fall away. You're going to become someone you've never been before, someone you didn't even know you could be. But here's what's beautiful about this transformation. It's not going to feel forced or violent. It's going to feel like coming home to yourself, like finally becoming who you were always meant to be. This person is going to create such a safe space for your growth that the changes are going to feel natural and inevitable. The Three of Cups is showing me that this relationship is going to be celebrated by everyone who knows you. Your friends and family are going to see immediately how happy and fulfilled you are. This person is going to fit into your life so perfectly that it's going to feel like they've always been there. But they're also going to challenge your social circle to grow and evolve. Some of your current friends might not understand the new version of you that emerges in this relationship. Some people might feel threatened by your newfound confidence and success. This is going to require you to make some difficult choices about who you keep in your inner circle. The Queen of Wands is reminding me that this person is going to inspire you to step into leadership roles that you've been avoiding. They're going to see your natural authority and charisma, and they're going to encourage you to use those gifts in bigger ways. This might mean starting your own business, taking on more responsibility at work, or becoming a leader in your community. Whatever form it takes, you're going to discover that you have the ability to inspire and influence others in ways you never imagined. The Ace of Pentacles is showing me that this new beginning is going to require an investment of both time and money. You're going to have to put some skin in the game, take some calculated risks, make some moves that feel scary but exciting. This person is going to teach you that security doesn't come from playing it safe, it comes from betting on yourself and your abilities. They're going to show you that you're capable of much more than you've been allowing yourself to pursue. The Eight of Cups is reminding me that this journey is going to require you to leave some things behind. Not necessarily people or places, but old ways of being, old limitations, old fears. You're going to have to be willing to outgrow your current circumstances. This is going to be particularly challenging because your current life probably feels pretty good. You've worked hard to create stability and security, and now you're being asked to risk that for something bigger and better. It's going to require tremendous faith in yourself and in the process. The Ten of Swords is telling me that this process is going to involve some painful realizations about how you've been limiting yourself. You're going to see clearly how your need for security has sometimes kept you from pursuing your dreams. But this awareness is going to be liberating rather than depressing, because it's going to show you exactly what needs to change. The Wheel of Fortune is reminding me that this entire experience is divinely orchestrated. This person is coming into your life at exactly the right time, when you're ready to receive everything they have to offer. The universe has been preparing both of you for this connection. Trust the timing, trust the process, trust yourself. Everything is unfolding exactly as it should. Your life is about to become everything you've secretly dreamed it could be. If you want more of this energy, you know where to find me. The comments are going to be insane on this one, so make sure you're subscribed because I'm going to be doing follow-up readings on this energy pattern all week. Your future literally depends on paying attention to these messages right now. Hit that notification bell because this Taurus energy is just getting started and you do not want to miss what's coming next.